The city of Chicago reeling after a deadly shooting spree that killed at least 3, critically injuring 4. Police say this man, 32-year-old Jason Nightingale, went on a murderous rampage that lasted 4 hours and stretched for more than 10 miles.
We have police confirming there's a person shot inside the IHOP.
Police say a woman was taken hostage by the gunman inside an IHOP. Authorities saying the victims appear to be targeted at random, including a security guard. A 15-year-old girl also fighting for her life tonight after the gunman opened fire into a car, striking her in the head.
Report of a second person shot. We're going to send a second ambulance.
Police eventually cornering Nightingale engaging in a shootout that killed him.
But for the brave conduct of Evanston police officers confronting the suspect, many more people would have been injured.
And tonight, police investigating videos from the suspect's Facebook page. In one of them, he says he's going to, quote, blow up the whole community.
I've told you guys before, there are a set of men within the culture, both black and Latino, that have nothing but bent on causing havoc and destruction, because this is where they come from. They grew up in these environments, they come from people that are in these environments it's generational for most of them. But a few exceptions here and there. But most of them is generational, and that's the sad thing about it. This man subsequently killed 5 people that look like you and I, with the exception of one. But his life matters too. And now his family, I believe he was a Chinese aide, are gonna have to come retrieve his body and bury him. All because he was trying to get an education. This man centered himself on going into this public places. One of the people that was shot in the head, which was a 15-year-old, was sitting in the car, unaware, didn't have a chance, person of color. Another person was shot in the store. Another person, as his Asian American student, was shot on his car as a game. This man was a coward. That's my point of getting at. He was a coward. You understand? And cowards like this don't deserve to live amongst us. In fact, we need to get better at picking them out and stop trying to reform them. You are trying to reform people that are gone, people that are bent on nothing but destruction. You are trying to reform people that, for the sake of the matter, even if you were to help them, they would still get at you. You are trying to defend people that are bent on nothing, and their mentality is nothing but kill, 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 kill. And kill mine first. Not the other side, kill mine first, because they're the easiest target. I know about them, I live around them, I know what they're doing, what they want to do. That's what most of them think. We've been through a phase that is no like 20 years ago, 30 years ago, hell, for that sake of the matter, even 15 years ago. But we have people that actually would do anything out of their way to destroy the culture. Now we have people in the preponderance that don't want to do anything but such, and their actions show it. So what happens to the fraction of us that don't want to see that anymore? What happens to the fraction of us that get tired of hearing about people like this? What happens to the fraction of people that within the culture, and they offer nothing but destruction and mayhem as an answer to everything? What do we do with these people? Do we let them continue to procreate and have children? The children will copy the same behavior and do the same? And now this one person, and 9 times out of 10 they had the kids when they were young, will turn around and say, now I'm a grandfather or a grandmother to the chaos. Are we to sit back and let these people keep procreating within our culture and become something of a muck that drives us so deeper that no matter what kind of accommodations you have, no matter what kind of accolades you obtain, they will all be superseded by the coon, chugger, watermelon eater that wants to keep tradition alive and wants to kill children that look just like him along the way, and old women. One particular woman that this man killed was a woman, and I got to see her brother being interviewed when she lives in Arizona. She lived in Chicago. This all happened in parts of Chicago and extended all the way out to the outskirts of Chicago. This woman helped people. man, first thing the man said out of his mouth was she was the driving force of keeping our family together. That was the first thing out of his mouth. Black woman. And it bothered me. It bothered me to see that this man, see, you could have went to the bathroom and did this yourself. You wanted suicide by police. You wanted a show. That's why you announced what you was gonna do on Facebook. Once again, leading back to social media. You see what I mean? We gotta get rid of people like this in the culture. And you all know what I mean. You all know what I mean without me even having to say it. We have to get rid of people like this in the culture. They serve no purpose anymore. This is not the 1990s. You're not going to get a roughneck. Wu-Tang's not around. This is not the 1990s. And that man was old enough to come from, not at least the late 90s, the 90s for sure. And he drove that mentality with him. And with that mentality, it made him careless, unempathetic, callous, insidious, and mentally unstable enough to carry on these actions of killing 4 people, or assaulting 4 people, and killing 1. 4 that looked like him and 1 that didn't. You guys can waste your time trying to rehabilitate these losers, these POSs of our culture. But just like the poor white trash that lingers over in white culture, they will fluster and have more children. I don't know if you heard this, but Mitch McConnell lives in Kentucky. There's a place in Kentucky that I heard it been mentioned before, and I can't think of the name of it right now. But 10 of the top counties out of 20 of the places in America that have the most poverty, 10 of them are in rural Kentucky. And most of these people in this area are white. Well, Stacey Matters, poor white trash. And these people procreate, and they have more children. Now, I'm not trying to say we should interject eugenics per se, although it is an idea. There has to be something constituted. And I'm not talking about trying to mirror Margaret Sanger. But I'm saying, unlike the days of Margaret Sanger, where she was doing this for insidious means, right now I think it's to, honestly and truthfully, preserve the culture, preserve what we have. Because if we don't, well, RIP to all the families that lost a loved one out there in Chicago from this heinous man, this mentally unstable man. Because you have to be, you don't stay, but you have to be mentally unstable to do something like this, especially against your own. You didn't go against no far right wingers. You didn't travel to the white section of town. No, you killed all minorities. And you should have done that anyway, because if you were going to do that, what you noticed was it was white cops that came to get you, and you wanted to die anyway, so they was going to shoot you and kill you anyway, right? No, but instead you said, I'm going to start confusion in the culture. I want y'all to really think about that. And when y'all see the people, sometimes they comment on my page or whatever, that's their job, and this is why I speak of it. They are committed to causing confusion within the culture.
Tonight, police investigating videos from the suspect's Facebook page. In one of them, he says he's going to, quote, blow up the whole community.